Hello my students, this is Santanu. Welcome back to my channel again. In this prepositional series, today's class will be about the preposition since. You are quite aware of the fact that prepositional questions are generally given for almost every kind of competitive exams, whether you are sitting for the SSC, CGL, CHSL or CPO, PSC, etc. etc. So kindly keep watching my videos regularly, subscribe to my channels and also hit the notification bell icon for more such video. In this class I will discuss some rules regarding the use of the preposition since. To be true to my words, I should say that the preposition since can also be used either as prepositions or prepositional adverb, or it is also called the detached prepositions. Whatever you say, even it can also be used as conjunction, but you should know for your better knowledge that in the hardcore part since is generally called the preposition. Today's class will be about all these, so kindly keep your eyes over the board, and here I would like to start my class. Now dear students, I have already written some rules for your feasibilities. There are many rules. I have just selected some of the very important, or you can say some of the most important rules as far as the preposition since is concerned. Now here I have written since can be used either as preposition or you can say adverb. This is called the, if since functions as verb, it will be called the prepositional adverb, or you can say prepositional particle, or you can say detached prepositions. So, and or it can also be used as conjunction, but ultimately it's a preposition. So since, now where? Rule number 1, particular point of time. Now what does it mean? Particular point of time. That means some time will be specified. Some time must be specified, you can say. For example, the man has been struggling. The man has been struggling since 15. Here the time, that means the time period 15. So here the time is specified. So here particular point of time is specified. So we have used since. Again I am repeating, it is the band's first performance since 1st August 1999. Again here the same rules is applied. This means the specified time or the particular point of time is specified. So in this case I can easily use preposition since. I am also giving some examples. Suppose I am saying that someone, or if I say he has been reading since 5 AM. So again I am going to say, that means here the time is specified, so we can also use the preposition since herein. So in this way, while mentioning or something like that particular point of time, so we can easily use the preposition since. Now the second rule, if we just go through the second rule, in between, that means in the middle, or you can say whenever we are going to link principal clause with the subordinate clause, we can also use the preposition since. For example, she has been acting since she was. Here since the time when she was. Here it is functioning here as the principal clause, and here it is functioning here as the subordinate clause. That's why I have said in between principal and subordinate clause since can be used. Okay, I have known him since the time when he was born. Since the time when he was born. When he was born, something like that. If I just break the rule, I have known him since the time he was born, not when. So again I am saying I have known him since the time he was born. Since is already functioning here as the conjunction. So if I just look over this example, she has been acting since the time she was 7. Here when will not be applicable, because since is already functioning here as a conjunction. So in between principal and subordinate clause, since can easily be used whenever we are going to write some sentences like this. Now if I just look over the next rules, instead of ago, since may functions instead of ago or back. 2 years since, 2 years back, 2 years ago. Here it is functioning as an adverb. This is called the prepositional adverb, or you can say prepositional particle, or you can say detached preposition. D-E-T-A-T-C-H. One thing has several names. So here since can be used as to be used. 2 years back, 2 years since, 2 years ago, I met him. We can easily use the preposition since. Again, if I just look over another example, the people who built this house, it is functioning as a relative clause, are vanished or destroyed, you can say. Long since, again since is functioning as the adverb. Now what is, when does a preposition function as a adverb? If you ever find that after the preposition no noun or pronoun is followed, if you ever find that after the preposition no noun or something like pronoun is followed, in that case we can consider the prepositions to be a prepositional adverb. Suppose I say I have come in, I have come in, that is the ending part. Then if you just look over the sentence, you will find after the preposition in there is no noun or pronoun. So in this case preposition can be called a prepositional adverb depending on the overall sentence construction. Okay, so here since is functioning in such a way. If I just look over the next rule, to give reasons, conjunction. Again I am saying to give, while I am giving some reasons, it can be used. Suppose the project was on hold, that means the project was kept in abeyance, or the project was in postponement, or you can say postponed. Since, because, for, inasmuch as. Since, because, for, inasmuch as. Since the fund was too short. Since the fund was not enough. Since the fund was not sufficient, the project was kept in abeyance, or the project was postponed. So here since is functioning as the conjunction. So ultimately you can also use the preposition since in this way, although it is functioning as the conjunction, but you can say that in the hardcore part since is generally considered to be a preposition. So first and foremost you have to understand these rules properly and try to implement these rules while making sentences. Now if I just look over the examples again, the NGO has been running with success. This is called the adverbial phrase since 2015. So 2015. So again if I say the first rule is applied here, particular point of time. Okay. Now if I just look over the next example, the criminal is not seen anywhere since he escaped. Since the time he escaped. Since the time he escaped. So here this is called the principal clause, this is called the subordinate clause, and particular point of time is given here. You can easily use since. If I just look over the next example, the incident took place, happened, came to pass, supervened, transpired, there are many words, occurred. The incident took place some years ago. If I just say ago, now look over the sentence construction. There is nothing after since, neither any noun or pronoun. This means it should be taken into account or regarded as the prepositional adverb, or you can say prepositional particle, or you can say detached preposition. So automatically since can be used. Here you can say in place of since we can use ago, even we can also say back. The incident took place some years back. The incident took place some years since. The incident took place some years ago. Depending how you are going to use. Now, if I just look over the next example, the company stopped functioning since it was on great loss. Since the company was facing great loss, unbearable loss, the company stopped its function. Here again, it is functioning as a conjunction. That means it is giving some reasons. Instead of since, we can also use for or because or in as much as anything. But since is generally used, so I have written since. So in all these cases, we can use since, whether it is in the case of particular point of time or in between principal clause or subject clause while mentioning some particular time. Even we can say since instead of ago or instead of back. And in the last rule, I have said instead of giving reason or showing reasons, we can easily use since instead of for, because or inasmuch as. So this is my short analysis for all of you regarding the different important uses of the preposition since. So if you have anything to know regarding this class, you can easily drop your comments in the comments box without hesitation. If you think my video is helpful to all of you, you can easily share my video with the person needed most. Kindly wait for my next class. Till then, have a very good day.